I love that fact though, because like every other zombie movie you see is going to be, oh, they're going to come at you and try to kill you. Like obviously that's the entire season of Walking Dead right there. Why not turn it around and have it like Warm Bodies, where these zombies can cure themselves and start being human again, instead of just trying to go out and kill people.
I'm not always out for like what's best for everybody. Okay, like I like it's not entertaining. It's like let's try to help these zombies.
So if we have a zombie apocalypse right now and these camera workers, our amazing camera workers, are zombies, and they decide to try to eat us, are you going to be okay with that?
That's different, because I'm not trying to be entertained at that point. I'm trying to survive, be alive. So I mean,
better question: if these cameramen were zombies, what would be your weapon of choice? Ooh. What do we got? I'm taking the chair.
I would use I'd use my fists.
I got
your fist.
Really strong.
Yeah, when you
fists.
get scratched and infected, that's gonna work out real well.
Okay,
for you.
that's a different thing. Is it scratching though, or is it saliva? Because like sometimes the
I
scratching.
think it's both.
Is it both? Is that what we're going by? Because it depends on the rules.
I think it's body fluids, honestly. So I mean, if they're like bloody and they scratch you and their blood gets into yours, then well, you're screwed. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, well,
I guess I'm going to be a zombie then if that happens.
Well, I mean, you said zombies would be your friends, so maybe Zombie High would be the place for you.
I wonder, it'd be you know what, it'd be kind of interesting, like if
you'd be educated at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you think it'd be cool to be like a
smart
zombie? And then be like friends with your zombie friends? Like, you're like, hey, what's up, man? Let's go get some human grub and like high five.
That's kind of
I
like
thought
what
that'd be kind of cool. So.
Warm Bodies was. Because like, they would like communicate with each other. He was like, this is my best friend. Sometimes we have conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I think it'd be fun. Come on. And I think, but it kind of goes back to that, because like if you're thinking about the high school zombies, then if they're smart enough to like be able to like do all these work, you think they'd be smart enough to have like feelings too. So
true.
Kind of switch that up.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, actually. I didn't see the 2008 Day of the Dead, but is it the same one as the 1980 one?
It is. It was their remake of it, but I personally didn't like it.
You didn't like the remake?
I'm not really a fan of remakes when it comes to it. I think the originals are usually a lot better than the remakes. They're trying to make it more modern day for our generations, but I'm not a fan.
That is something that we can finally agree on. With hopefully everybody, that normally the originals are always a little bit more.
Do you agree?
Tasty.
No.
Well, it depends.
Oh.
Zombies, yes. Other things, no. But since we're just talking zombies here, I don't want to be the bad guy right now. I think it'd be kind of cool to see these at a drive-in. Don't you think?
Yes.
Like a drive-in theater, in your car, eating your popcorn, zombies, people screaming in their car. I think that'd be so fun. Cool. That'd be so fun.
I always thought that'd be cool, because in the movie Twister, they always they have that one scene where they're at the drive-thru and they're all watching The Shining. And so I think it would be sweet to watch this scary film like in the middle of nowhere.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it would be terrifying, but it'd be fun at the same time. I mean, come on.
I guess. Yeah, that's very true. I totally agree with that.
One thing's for sure is if you combine all these movies, it would make a great retro Friday night. I'm sorry. I think it would be awesome.
Mashing those together.
I mean,
nice retro zombie movie. I love it.
But I mean, I know zombies have been around obviously since at least the 1980s. But I mean, it keeps coming back. And why do you think this is like such an important thing in our culture? I just feel like it's just always there.
Well, what people always say is that things like what zombie movies do is it adds to that like element where. Are we really ever gonna see zombies? Mm-hmm. And like people are like, wow, like that's so cool because it's human on human. Like it's terrifying because it's not like it's not like your normal Friday the 13th or.
Yeah, and I feel like people can get really influenced by it too, and like when you have those people who are just like, oh my god, that could happen, and you start like kind of getting in your mind, like I think that's what kind of makes it spread to like the popularity of it, because you're just thinking, oh wait, well. Possibly, maybe, and you like, if you overthink it a little bit, you're like, oh crap, and like, I think that we also love kind of watching that, like, kind of these crazy people who think that like believe it, like, you have the TV show Doomsday, like preppers who are preparing for all these apocalypses that are gonna happen, and one of them was a zombie apocalypse. Not really sure, you know, if that will ever happen. Kind of hope it doesn't, but, you know.
You know, speaking of zombies, I think we can all most agree that we may have a favorite kind of zombie. And my favorite zombie, if you did watch Return of the Living Dead, there is a guy by the name of Tarman.
Oh, Tarman.
And he is the guy that starts the entire zombie, you know, because like they walk downstairs and he's like, brains, and then it's like, oh my, the zombies love brains, and now today we assume that zombies just like brains based off him, and I love that because he was terrifying. Like his skin was all melted and stuff. It was, it was awesome. 80s graphics.
28 Days Later.
Oh, I love that movie.
Best zombie movie, hands down, of any generation. So great, and it's based off the idea of rage, and those are my favorite type of zombies. And not to mention, the acting in that movie was phenomenal, and it was just such a real life situation. But I mean, for me, that is the type of zombie that would happen in this world, and that is my favorite. So I don't know, Ashley.
I think I'm going with I Am Legend. Like the entire concept of like that zombie, but it's almost like to the point where it's not zombie anymore. It's almost like animalistic, like, and I kind of like that like little concept. Is like these dark animalistic. Like things are in the shadows, and you have to stay away from the shadows, or that they're gonna can kind of control like the darkness of it. And I think I like that because you go into the darkness and you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and that fear of darkness and adding the zombies with it kind of influences it more.
So do you think zombies should only be able to like exist in the darkness, or do you think they should be able to go in days such as
that's vampire territory right there.
Vampire territory.
You're walking in vampire territory.
So speaking of which, I thought, going back to the movies really quickly, briefly, just touching on it. Zombie High, totally a vampire movie. I'm sorry. I mean, I get the mindlessness of the students, which was like zombie-like, but they were drinking the students' blood. Let's be honest here, this is a vampire movie. Also, fun fact about that film, it's like a toy, it's what are they called? Pin art, which is like those giant things where you like put your face into and it comes out on the other side. The sales of that exploded afterwards because the teacher and the student go on their first date and they do the pin art kind of thing. So just more motivation for y'all to watch this movie. See how pin art can turn into your first date.
That's really fun.
So now we're going to look at new in theaters.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting because, who doesn't like going to movies in theaters? So we've got Snitch, The Rock's new movie, The Rock, famous actor. A Good Day to Die Hard, the new Die Hard movie. Safe Haven, Zero Dark 30, Parker, and Escape from Planet Earth. What do you guys think?
I heard Zero Dark 30 is a really good movie, so I think people should probably definitely go check it out. And Safe Haven is one of those really gushy movies, so if you're a couple or a girls' night, definitely go in. So let's look at some of the movies that are coming soon into theaters. We have 21 and Older, Jack the Giant Slayer, Reality, Olympus Has Fallen, Day of the Falcon, and Oz the Great and Powerful.
One of our zombie stars is in Jack and the Giant. Not from our movies.
Yes, he was in...
the one that just came out, Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies, yes.
Oh, really? Wow.
So yeah, he's getting into more, he's finally making his name.
Yeah, and then 21 and Over, that actually has the guy from Pitch Perfect, who's love interest in Pitch Perfect. He's actually in that film. And it's about a kid who's turning 21 and decided that he's going to go out for his 21st birthday when he has a medical interview the next day.
Wow, bad idea.
So it's like almost like a 21 over hangover version kind of type of thing.
Oh, interesting.
So many of those, like Project X. So many of those movies are coming out. On DVD, that's coming out soon. We have Sinister, Skyfall, which is awesome. Definitely recommend it. Argo, which I think that won a lot of
just won Best Picture at Oscar.
Yes, it did.
Flight, The End of Watch, and Taken 2 with Liam Neeson.
Taken 2 is awesome.
Wow, really?
I honestly think that Liam Neeson can do no wrong for me because he is a BA.
He has
such a presence. He does.
He came on the Oscars, and he just stood there, and I was just like, just being in this man's presence would just be satisfying for me.
Seriously.
Okay.
So awesome.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's just something about him. You're just like, dang, like you are.
He must like fight a lot. That's all I know. He must hit a lot of punching bags. Or
I feel like he doesn't even have to. He can just give you that look, and you just be like, okay, dude, sorry, I'm really sorry. I will back off.
I remember seeing him in Star Wars for the first time, and I was just like, well, this guy's awesome, and then he just created such a name.
And I think that he was in Phantom of the Opera as well, which is weird, but that's all.